What is going on, everyone? I am Steve, hashtag Team No Sleeves from Berkfam 54 Comics. Welcome to another episode of Meet the Berkfam. Tonight we're going to be talking and hanging out with one of my friends, Jonathan Michael. Before we do that, though, let's hit that intro. All right, I'm going to go ahead and bring him in. He's also known as War Machine Punisher. What is going on, dude? How are you?
Good. How's it going?
How are you doing, dude?
Good.
Good, man. Good. Yeah, so if anyone didn't already know, Jonathan is War Machine Punisher. And we'll talk about that and why you chose that and all that tonight. Before we do that, though, I do want to say that tonight's episode is brought to you by comic book _pressing on Instagram. If you ever need any comic books pressed, make sure you hit up Eric over at comic book _pressing on IG and use my promo code BERK54. You get free shipping back to you on your first order. Let's go ahead and say hi to some people over into the chat, and we will get started here. First up, Ruby G, what it do? Instagram user, that is his name as on Instagram. What is going on, Ruben? DJ Links, hello. How's it going? Blue Helling Comics, Dan, how are you doing? Hopefully everyone is having a great night. Hope you are as well. The other Dan says he's also working, or he's still working right now. Carlito, what's up, man? Cigar time. All right, nice. Austin LeMay, hello. Desire Peeps, what's up? Nigel, how are you doing? Digger Jim, hello. Actual Dracula, hello. So, like I said, this is Meet the Berkfam, episode 7. We're going to be hanging out with every single week, talking to a different Berk Family 54 Comics channel member. We're starting with the family tier members. Each one of these guys is a family tier member, so they're entered to win the monthly Berk box, and I'll talk about that here shortly. They have a link to their channels or their Instagrams in the description of every one of my videos. A link to their channel in the featured channels list. They get videos early. We get the members only chat. We get the emojis, all of that stuff. It's a good time. And next month, I'm going to go and show off the picture here. Let me see if I can find it. I just had it. Next month, we're going to have the Berk box include kind of a key, a little bit of a key book. It's going to be Venom number 9, if I can find a picture of it. I took a picture on my phone. I put it on a computer, and now I'm not ready for it, of course. Well, there's a picture of it. It's not the picture I said. Anyways, next month we're going to have Venom number 9 be in the monthly Berk box, along with a bunch of exclusives and a signed Crane book as well. So we do a monthly Berk box, again, that is for the family tier members, which Jonathan is, so he's going to be entered to win. He has yet to win one, so hopefully he can win this next one, because I feel like the next one is definitely the one you're going to want to win, because it's got that first Dylan Brock in it, and it's got all the other exclusives as well. So I'm pretty good. DJ Link's just got off for myself. Nice. All right, let's go ahead and get started here, Jonathan. So first off, why did we decide to go with the whole War Machine Punisher? Like, what was it, just a couple weeks ago on the members only stream? What was that all about?
Well, I've been kind of like thinking about a way to just kind of introduce myself to the family, kind of introduce myself to YouTube, and I kind of felt like I was debating how I was gonna like do a channel. I kind of wanted to do something maybe cosplay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can
Okay.
hear you. Sorry. My wife just got home, so I was just looking to see who was outside. What? Unmasked, his face is here. OMG. Okay, go ahead. Go on.
It just kind of like I said, I was just thinking of ideas of maybe like how I can maybe get into an old, my own YouTube channel, and I kind of thought of maybe like presenting myself as a masked, person, and kind of not showing myself until, I hit some kind of feat on my channel or something, and it'd be like a cool secret reveal. But I kind of didn't follow through on that, because I just kind of felt like I couldn't really want to. I'm not the kind of person that likes to hold secrets and stuff, and it was kind of hard to keep it as long as I did going, where no one knew who I was.
I mean, I feel like most people figured it out pretty quickly. Not like super quickly. Like I had it narrowed down to like 3 or 4 people, but the second stream when you came on as War Machine Punisher, I Austin and I pretty much figured it out that night.
Yeah, I figured Mark was, I thought, was like the first person. He called it out like the first night of the stream.
Mark from Legion of Comics. Yeah, he did call it right away. He definitely did. I was a huge fan of the War Machine Punisher. Excellent. It was excellent. Alex Tapia, what is up? What is up, Comic Vatos? How you doing, bro? How are you doing? Did you go to TorpedoCon? Let me know. I love you, Jonathan. You blew all of our minds and had the best mystery going ever. I take my hat off to you. You're always welcome back to WAC. Nice. There we go. Ronnie Boy Comics. Hey, how's it going? How are you doing? If you guys have any questions for Jonathan, also known as War Machine Punisher, go ahead and put them in the chat, and we will try to get them asked and get them answered, all of that stuff. All right, so for people that don't know, when did you start collecting comic books, and when did you start collecting other things? Because you don't only collect comic books, you collect action figures, all sorts of other stuff. Why don't you go ahead and talk about what you collect and when you started collecting stuff?
So I'm a child of like the 80s. I like all things vintage. I grew up enjoying sports and playing with Generation 1 Transformers and, G.I. Joes and stuff like that. My father was heavily like into antiques and sports cards. So like I collected sports cards originally. I think it wasn't until maybe like elementary school that I got in touch with like another kid that was a friend of mine, and he had comic books, and my cousin was like a huge Amazing Spider-Man reader, and so like he would show me like books that he had, and that kind of like piqued my interest into like collecting comics in the 90s, more or less.
And people don't know, like what is your, if you don't mind saying, how old are you?
Oh, I just hit 40.
Okay,
Yeah.
So you're only 7 years older than me. Okay, so you definitely were an 80s to early 90s kid, and I was all 90s. I mean, I was born in 87, but I mean, I was essentially 90s. I don't remember hardly anything before 1990. So, talking about Marvel Comics, are Excalibur and X-Force current runs ending soon? I do not know. I don't know anything about the Excalibur and X-Force current runs. I really don't. But I'm assuming they're not going to. I'm assuming they are going to end soon, but I don't know. What's up, Superior Hero Reviews? Not to be confused with Superpower Review. There was a question I wanted to ask earlier that was already put into the chat. What's your best book you own? I feel like that's a loaded question, right?
I don't necessarily look at everything like as a value. Like some of the books that I like, they're more personal because some of my collection was given to me by my stepfather. He had a store, and he actually had, it wasn't a comic book store, it was like a jewelry store, but he kind of bought comic books, he bought collectibles, and so they would be like come in with his like collection of comic books, and so like things that he passed on to me, I think mean a lot to me. Like, I mean, I have books that I've had for like 20 plus years that have survived so many different moves. Like, I kind of feel like those mean more to me. I mean, I could show you more or less, some of the books I have.
Yeah, we'll get to that. I didn't know if there was a particular book that you think in your collection is your best book, whether monetary value or just like, look at this awesome book I have, or it's just the one you like the most.
Yeah, like I have an X-Men 14 book that like I said, it means a lot to me, and I have a Hulk 180 and a 181. But like I said, I think the X-Men book is more like special to me.
I remember seeing a 9.6 Hulk 181 for 10 grand 2 years ago, and I was like, dang, that's really expensive. And now like a 9.6 is like 40 grand. So if people would have bought that then, they could have quadrupled their money by now. Do you like whiskey? I don't know if he drinks alcohol or not.
I'm more of probably like a vodka drinker.
Okay. Tyler, what's up, man? OMG, it's the real guy. We are the same age. Awesome. Nice. Bruh, he looks freaking 30. Probably because he's got a little baby face just like me. I would look about 10 years younger if I shaved everything.
I'll tell you a story. Like, my oldest is 21, and I had to go to his high school orientation class, and the teacher actually thought I was a student.
Dude, something happened like that. Something happened to me just like that not that long ago. So it was 4 years ago. I just finished my first year at the school I'm working at, and I took these kids to a yearbook camp. And while I was getting food, because they give everyone the same T-shirt, like teachers and students, we all get the same T-shirt at the yearbook camp. And a kid comes up to me, he goes, "Oh, you must be like a senior or something." And I was like, "No, I'm a teacher." He goes, "Oh, I didn't know there were," because there's like no male teachers that teach a yearbook. Like I was the only male. Like all the female teachers all had to share one big dorm room. I got one big dorm room with 5 bedrooms in there by myself. So he thought I was a senior. That was funny. You're a 90s.
Take those compliments while you get them, because soon you'll not be carded, and you'll start getting old. And
I don't get carded anymore.
No,
I don't. I think anyone after 96 can't even remember the 90s. Yeah, for sure. 90s are weaker. How dare you? How dare you? Jonathan, your War Machine Punisher is kind of how I got onto the streams. I have a wrestling mask that I was wearing on another show, hence my screen name. Yeah. Yes. I remember. I do. Oh, it jumped on me. Started collecting as well in the 90s. Good times. Shots fired. Thanks for the info. Had an unmasking. Yeah, you did. You did. What collectible has the most sentimental value to you? That's a good question.
That's a hard one for me.
Okay, let's talk non-comic books then, because for people that don't know, you collect the action figures and the helmets, and what non-comic book collectible has the most sentimental value to you?
It's like I said, it's really hard. I've got so many toys. Like I kind of joke that like I'm one action figure away from being featured on a series of like Hoarder, you know. Like I literally have like a lot of vintage toys, you know. Like I have vintage Star Wars. I have a lot of 80s, you know, toys. I think like if I were to say like one thing that means a lot, like I don't even have the item that I actually, you know, would really want. I've been looking for like a Generation 1 Megatron in the box. That was literally like probably like one of the figures I didn't have as a kid because it was a gun. You know, I had Optimus Prime, but like my mom wouldn't buy me that figure. So like that's kind of something that it's kind of like a grail to me that I would like, you know.
So are you a in the box kind of guy or out of the box kind of guy?
I prefer out of the box, but it's kind of tough because some of the stuff I have, it's like the value is just expensive. I want to like sell it so that I can get an out of the box one to display like on the shelf. So
absolutely, I get it. OMG, I hate you, War Machine Punisher. Not all 90s are weak. I agree. You get that all the time. People think that Austin LeMay is a young guy. I believe it. He does look young. He does. This is why I keep the gray beard. Helps hide my freaking baby face. I'm starting to get some gray on the sides, and a little bit in my beard as well.
So at what point do you decide that you're going to use like Just for Men? Or have you thought about that?
I will not do that. Okay. I will not do that. That's just not how I roll. It's never been how I roll. So I just go with the flow. Don't care. I thought Jonathan was much younger. Yeah, I did too. He looks young. He does. So I'm getting carded 26, and it sucked. What is your artwork back there? That's a great question. You want to show off the artwork right there?
Sure.
All right, I'll move this over. Make you big. There you go. Got a little Nightwing from the animated series, from the Batman animated series.
It's actually from Gotham Adventures.
Okay.
And this one is, I think it's like a standalone Nightcrawler series.
Okay.
You can see like Nightcrawler at the top. And this is from a book called Scion. I didn't really know. I had to like look up some information on it. And then this is, I think, Superman War of the Worlds trade paperback.
Nice. If I remember correctly, didn't you get those from like your garage sale or something crazy like that?
Yeah, I actually I picked that up for $4 a piece, and I picked up this for $1 at a garage sale.
Oh my gosh, $1? Are you
$1.
kidding me? Are you kidding me, dude? That's crazy. Is it near mint condition?
Looks like yeah, it's definitely a 9698 candidate.
Oh my gosh, that is crazy. That is crazy. Question: if you could only collect one character, who would you choose?
Spider-Man. That's simple for me. I mean, I love Punisher, but
never heard of him.
I have the original Spider-Man cartoon figures from the 90s. Like I have like the Daily Bugle. I have just like Hobgoblin, all these different figures, like all like brand new. I got my son into it, and he's, you know, he plays with the ones like I have doubles of and stuff. So it's cool.
Nice. I agree with my beard as well. I'm old. That was the only Transformer I had because it had a gun. Because it was a gun. Nice. It is more fun to take it out of the box. It's true. Well, everyone's different. I don't know about that. Hope Punisher will have his own series and comics. I do enjoy the Punisher as well. I think you had the first appearance of Punisher, don't you?
I do.
I think yours is in a strong 6'5" or 6'0", right?
It is, and it looks so much. It presents so much better than what it is. I was kind of like shocked, but I know why it's a 6'5".
The yellow just pops on that cover.
Yeah.
Even my 3.0, it looks so much better than a 3, just because that cover is iconic and the yellow pops, and it's just, regardless of grade, it looks fantastic. And I love the TV show. It was awesome. How many masks do you have?
I have like 3 latex masks. They're from Haunted Mansion. They're made by a company called Don Post. They're kind of expensive. It's not something that like I put on or anything like that. It's actually something that I'm going to be reselling at some point when I get to it. But as far as like, I have the Ant-Man helmet. I have the War Machine Punisher, and I would like to get Star-Lord's helmet, and I have something on order for like the Spider, Night Monkey mask or whatever. I have one on order that was pretty cool looking.
That was pretty good in the last Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
Steve, by the way, that OMG I hate you comment was okay. Yeah, I figured so. Mars Comics, hello. How's it going? Hello, Terry Vaughn. What's up? Okay. If we had a blank check to buy a slab, what slab would you buy? And you only have 30 seconds to choose. Okay, I'll give you a second to think about that. I'm pretty sure I already know the answer to that. I would buy, personally, a Detective Comics 27. First appearance of Batman. Batman is one of my top 3 to 4 DC characters. In fact, everyone should be investing in Batman because those keys are only going up in value, and I keep buying more and more keys of those because, like I said, I think they're going to go up in value. So I'd probably buy Detective Comics 27. What is yours?
It would have to be Amazing Fantasy 15.
I knew it would be. When you said Spider-Man earlier, I was like, he's going to go 8 of 15. All day. My daughter wants me to. I don't think so. I don't think this.
Just as long as it's not. It's just as long as it's not a pink outfit, right?
No. It would be green, obviously. I have to get in better shape than a dad bod to wear that for sure. Those are rookie numbers, kid. It's actually need to pump those numbers up and leave them in a box. Okay. All right. So you sent me some pictures of something that you got recently. Or how long ago did you get it, actually?
It was probably about a year ago.
Okay. So I'm going to start showing this off. And you got it for an insane price, and you knew it was worth something pretty good. I'm going to show the first one here, and then you can talk about it, and I'll show the next one. So go ahead.
Okay. So there's like this antique mall that's got little booths for different, individual sellers. So I went to this antique mall, like maybe like on a Saturday, and I looked at that, hideous looking thing, and I said to myself, this is like interesting. And I don't know, in another shot, you have to like click it. Or
Yeah, I got it. I'm getting it.
what was like really intriguing was that the thing had a tail, and I had never seen like a troll that had a tail.
Grab the wrong picture. There we go. Okay, here it is.
Yeah, so I didn't really know what it was originally, because I went to look online, I couldn't figure it out. So I ended up joining like this troll group on Facebook, and I messaged them, and somebody like immediately told me, hey, by the way, that is like a super rare troll. And I didn't actually buy it the day I actually went to the antique store. After I found out what the value was of it, I actually asked my mom to go back and get that for me. But yeah, the guy told me that if the thing could walk, because you can push it by its tail, and if the thing could walk, that it's worth between $2,000 and $3,000.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So I ended up having my mom go and buy it, and I was able to like secure it. And then, like after I did all this research, I went onto a site called WorthPoint, and I was able to actually determine how much the item was, and it was exactly what the guy had told me from the Facebook group. And then I sent you like another thing. I actually, like I said, I sold it on eBay for $3,000.
And you're basically like $150 into it.
Yeah, 150 plus tax, but it's nothing. I mean, that was pretty like big success for me, like, in a resell aspect.
Yeah. I mean, that's a $2,500 plus $2,500 transaction right there. So that is crazy. I don't know why someone would pay $3,000 for that, but I mean, people probably say the same thing about us collecting comic books. Who would ever?
Apparently, like that thing was made in Denmark, and there was only maybe 50 to 100 of them made, so it's pretty rare. So somebody who's like really like a collector knows what they're looking for when they see that. Like you or me, I don't think we would know what it is, just looking at it. But like, I don't know. Like I know there's a lot of people in the community that go out to like flea markets, or they go to like antique stores and stuff, and just strictly looking for comic books. But there's money to be made out there. You just have to like look while you're there and see if there's something that's worth buying to resell. I definitely think like $2,500 worth of profit is like a lot of comic books.
I mean, that's one big comic book right there, or multiple $1,000 comic books. I mean, that's a 9.6 ASM 300. You know what I mean? I can't even. You can get a GSX1 with that. Does it walk?
It did, yeah. It actually did. It had these little rubber bands that made it walk.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Well, it makes me want to go check out all my antique stores around where I live.
You don't necessarily have to, like I said, go to places like that. I mean, I find a lot of the things that I source, like on OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace. I mean, like garage sales, I think are like the best way to go, because the return on your investment. I mean, I find things a quarter. People don't even like put any value on the things that they're getting rid of, because they just want to get rid of it.
I need to go to some more garage sales. I can't remember the last one I went to, but I mean, I know there's got to be people in town that have comic books, older gentlemen that when they had passed, or someone in their family had it, and I don't even know where to begin to like look for garage sales. So there's
actually an app. There's an app on Google App Store, or the Apple Store.
What is it called?
I think there's two. There's one called G Sailor, GSALR, and I think the other one is like Yard Sale Treasure Map. And like it pulls data from like Craigslist, Facebook, all these different like places that you would essentially post garage sales. I mean, Facebook Marketplace is really good to look for garage sales.
So is this your full-time job now?
It
Full-time
is.
job is it really?
It is. Yeah. I just this summer marked full time for me. Like before that, I was strictly like part time. Like during the pandemic, um, like I've had family members say that they have businesses and they're like, "Oh, you should get a loan," blah blah blah. I'm like, I'm not hurting right now. I guess for whatever reason, people were stuck at home bored and they wanted to buy toys and collectibles. I mean, I did pretty well, like I said, during the whole pandemic. It was a good for buying and selling. There was a lot of people that were out of work. Unfortunately, Disney employees. I live in Central Florida, so like it's like the Disney capital of the world. I can find all kinds of collections of Star Wars, anything.
Star Wars and Mickey and Minnie Mouse, those things they just go up. They just go up in value, and everyone wants them. Every kid wants them. So wow, I didn't know that was your only income. I did not know that. Wow, that's okay. So how often do you go out and look for stuff to buy? And like, what do you know? Like for people like me that are like, okay, I'm intrigued by what you're saying. Like, how much do you buy versus like what is the profit margin that you have to get on it to be able to be like, okay, I want to buy this.
Okay, so I made a connection with somebody, like strictly, like I said, during the pandemic. The gentleman wasn't working, and he contacted me and he said, "Hey, I got these." It started out with Indiana Jones like action figures, and then I bought them from him. I sold those things, and he had told me, "Hey, I got more," and I didn't hear from the guy for maybe like a few weeks, and then he posted up some Marvel Legends figures, and I jumped on it like immediately when I saw he posted it, and then from that point on, like he relies on me to sell his stuff, and I've been buying stuff every week from this guy since like April of last year.
So he's relying on you for his money, and you're relying on him for your money, and everyone's happy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't chew him down or anything like that. Like
Well, we don't live in New York City, so.
I'm from New York, man.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I'm from the Bronx.
You wore that New York hat to throw us off that one night.
I do like New York teams, man. It's not to throw anybody off.
Okay, all right. There you go. A few years ago, I bought the whole Venom Volume 2 run off a guy on Facebook who just got married. His wife was making him downsize. LOL, got a freaking steal. There you go. There you go. I think we've all gotten good deals, and we've all,
Yeah, unfortunately, like people go through different times. Like I met a guy who was going through a divorce, and he had like original Voltron figures, and I bought them for like nothing because the guy just needed the money.
So, what is the profit margin you need? Does it got to be? Do you got to double your money on it?
I have to at least double my money because anything that you sell on eBay, you're looking at about a 15% cut. Between fees and such. So
it's really got to be like 70%, right? Because you want to take out that 20% from shipping and eBay to be able to get your 50% cut.
I don't really offer free shipping. Like if something's under like a pound, like I bought like a collection of like 4,000 Disney pins. That's what I'm kind of been working on in my store right now, and like that's something I'll offer free shipping because up to like 4 ounces is like $3 to $4 maximum shipping. So I factor everything into my price if I'm offering free shipping. But like if I'm selling a toy that's 2 pounds or like a play set or something like that, I do calculated shipping so I don't get burned, because shipping can be cheap, where if I'm shipping it to Florida or the Southeast, or even the East Coast, it's going to be cheap. But if I have to ship it to Oregon or California, it's almost like double the price.
So you essentially, like, let's say for instance, an item is worth $100 and you buy it for 50. That's your goal is to sell it for 100 or more every time. So like, I think for me, I'm the same way, but I'm always worried about risk as well. Like I don't buy a lot of the expensive stuff, even though the expensive stuff it'll sell for more, obviously. Like the bigger risk, the bigger the reward, right? And so I always stick to, the $100 or less. All right, I'm going to buy this book. I'm going to buy this book. That's why I think I bought that Venom 349, first Captain America 25, Batman 457, and one or two others for $220. And I was like, that's a steal for me because I can make 300 or 400. I could double my money if I sold every single thing, which I didn't. I did not. I decided to keep some, and then also put one of those in a Berk box as well. So I definitely feel you there. I'm not offering free shipping after I sell my next 2 statues that are listed. I'm going to start adding it to my total because I get hosed on the Miles second production. Because I got
that's another thing that people don't consider. Sometimes people just say, okay, this is 3 pounds. The actual dimensions of the box do play a factor into how much the shipping cost is, and that's like a big mistake that most people make when they first start reselling. Like, I think like some of the things I would do, like now that I have the knowledge of doing it for so long, like I wouldn't buy big items or things that don't have like the original box, like figurines and things like that. Those are just like super hard to ship out, and you have more of a risk to for damage when you're shipping those things out.
Gotcha. So do you list only on eBay or do you list other places as well?
No, I cross post. I would say like the second like highest amount of sales I get from Mercari. I use OfferUp, but I tend to find out like OfferUp, people usually try to and even in Mercari, like people try to get you down lower than what you could probably get on eBay. eBay, you're going to get the top dollar more or less.
I usually, honestly, for me, what I do is I usually offer free shipping just because I don't know why I shouldn't do that, but like sometimes I'm in a rush to sell. I'm like, I'm just going to make it this price, regardless of what the shipping is going to cost me, and then because I don't like to sit on things very long. I get impatient. You know what I mean? Like if I list something, I want it sold within 3 days. You know what I mean? And that doesn't happen all the time. You have to wait if you want to get the money for it. So do you ever do auctions or is it strictly buy it nows?
I actually have an auction right now for something. It's an item that I know it's not been listed on eBay. I know that it's had no sales history because, like I said, I've invested in my business because I have this, like I said, an account called WorthPoint, and it allows me to see like sold comps for things that are no longer on eBay, or it could have been something that was sold 10 years ago, and it might be on their website, but only like one-off things do I sell in an auction. I mean, I do sell some slabs that I've purchased, and I never put those in auction. Because most of the books I sell, I know what the grade is. I know what the the cost or what to charge, because I find like if you just put it in auction, you better either put it at the lowest you want or you can get burned. A lot of people they wait till the last minute to buy or to bid, and it could be $20 on a slab that you paid $50 for or whatever. It's just I don't do that. I definitely put it at the lowest price I want to take if I want to do like the auction style.
Yeah, we do need that link. So if you put it to me in the private chat or put it to me in the DM, I'll put it in the chat to everyone. I usually charge for a lower tier shipping medium mail, but we'll ship at the higher tier priority. I think that just depends for me. Like I don't like to ship medium mail. Normally, I prefer priority, especially if it's got more expensive stuff in it. But I've shipped every single tier. It just depends on stuff. So
I'm curious, Berk, like how do you ship? Do you just go online to USPS.com and purchase your? No. How do you go to the actual kiosk or person and purchase that way?
Every time.
You're wasting money.
Am I really?
Yes.
Okay, so explain to me what I'm doing wrong here.
Okay, obviously, if you're selling through eBay, you can use eBay and you get a discount. Whatever the customer's charged, like that's the cost of what it is if you went to, like a clerk at the USPS. But if you purchase through eBay, obviously they give you a percentage off of that label, so you can save a few bucks that way.
Really?
But like if you're shipping something, from
how do I? But I don't know the dimensions and how much it weighs. I mean, I could measure it, I guess, but
before you list something, to sell, you definitely should put the dimensions of the item and the weight. So that way, like I said, you're not eating whatever the difference is. But if you're not shipping something that you sold on eBay, there's a website called pirateship.com. Okay, and you get a higher they pass along the savings that you would get because they have so much business, so you're getting a cheaper rate than if you were going to a clerk and waiting in line. I mean, everybody hates that. It's a waste of time, like going and actually waiting to drop your books off and getting pricing. Like I noticed, like when things get shipped to me, like either from winning prizes and stuff like that, I could tell like people are overpaying on the shipping that
So if you're shipping a lot of things, and if you are getting $1 or $2 off by printing it off yourself, it does. I mean, let's say you send off 5 to 10 items a day, that's $10 you can save, and then times 30 days in a month, that's $300 you could save. So that would be good. That would definitely.
And something else I do, like I tend to use a credit card with rewards on it. I make sure that I pay like in 30 days, so I'm not paying any interest in anything. And I use my reward points to buy books. There's been a lot of books that I bought that were free because I just use reward points from purchasing labels and things like that.
If you ship, you need to invest in a printer. Yeah, I probably do. I mean, I have a printer, but I don't print out the labels here.
Well, I think what DJ Links is talking about, like they have label printers.
Yeah.
That are specifically like that you can put like a USP or UPS label and such in it and just like slap it on.
Interesting. I need to look into this more. I don't like to sell very often. When I do, I sell like 1, 2, 3, maybe 5 things. But I mean, I guess I do my auction and I sell a couple of things, but it's not something I don't sell every day. I used to be one of those people that's like, okay, I'm gonna go to the store this week, see what's hot, buy it for $4, sell it for $15 on eBay, make $4 off the whole transaction. It's not even worth it, you know what I mean? But I used to be that way for sure. I never actually ship media. When the listing ends, I let the buyer know I will ship priority for the median all pricing, trying to get repeat customers. There you go. That's a good way to do it. That is a good way to do it. I used to just charge like $3.99 for shipping, just a flat fee. And then one time it was like $3.20, and the person got upset that they were charged $3.99.
See, that's another thing. If you ship yourself, you don't have to. You can hide the actual cost of what the shipping costs to ship to the person.
I've noticed that. I've gotten a whole bunch of stuff that does not have the price at all of shipping. I'm like, okay.
So that's another benefit. Like I said, somebody can't come back to you and say, "Hey, I paid $9 shipping and it only costs you $7. I want the $2 back." I mean.
Yeah, I feel you. We could save some money. That would be good. That'd be good. Everyone's saying hi to everyone. I pulled the comments in half a day. There you go. So what do you say to someone who's like me and gets impatient about like, I don't like to wait longer than just a couple of days to sell something, but I also don't want to sell it for lower than what I think it's worth. Like what would you say to someone like that?
Well, I actually taught a family member like reselling business, and they kind of got into that point where they buy stuff and then they kind of wonder like, well, why isn't this selling now? And some of the things that I kind of would have to like explain to them is like, not everything has a really good sell-through rate. Just because this item may be a good price, there may be only 1 or 2 people that actually are looking or in the market for it. So I honestly, I would say, if you price something the right, price, it should sell. I mean, it's if you're thinking, okay, I'm gonna charge this amount to try to get the maximum amount. I mean, that's kind of maybe what's holding you back from selling it quickly, But for me, like I tend to just be patient. I list it. I do my homework as to what the item's worth, and I wait till it sells.
I feel the same way right here for you, DJ Links. I have a whole bunch of it always costs more than I charge for shipping, so I need to do a better job for sure. Yeah, like right now, for instance, I put on eBay a TMNT Last Ronin number 1, 2, and 3, all 1 of 10 ratio variants for $100 shipped on eBay, and it's been on there for like a week now at this point. A little
Do you have
over.
any watchers?
I don't think so.
Okay.
So, let me. I'm gonna pull it up real quick, and I'll tell you. I mean, it's got like good views on it for eBay's different than like.
Well, let me tell you something else. eBay has a feature where you can promote your listing. So let's say, you're selling something that's in a saturated market. Let's say there's a whole bunch of, let's say if you go and you type in Last Ronin and there's maybe 300 items, you can pay a little bit of extra like percentage, let's say like 5%, whatever it's called like an ad rate. And it'll put your item higher on the list. So someone is more than likely to see it if it's higher up on the search list. And the only way that they charge you that ad rate is if they click it and buy it.
Really? So the only way I get charged for that is if someone sees it at the top and then they click it and then they buy it.
And they click it and buy it, then you get charged like
that's only $5. That's only $5.
Well, it's not $5. It's like whatever you can put it as a percentage. Oh yeah, $5 because it's $100 that you're saying that it is. Yeah, that's not bad.
So I have 3 items on here. It has the most views, 45 views, which isn't a ton, but it's got the highest of the 3. So that makes me feel like maybe I should lower the price on some of them, or I don't really want to though. You know what I mean? Because I feel like some of the other ones like all 3 of the items are worth what I'm asking for them. And people got to think about the fact that I will probably get 20% taken out with shipping fees. Because like I said, I listed everything at just free shipping. So shipping fees and more fees. So I could send offers. You're right.
You can. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I could.
Have you tried maybe just putting it on Mercari to see if you had any?
I have sold on Mercari before. The only thing I didn't like about that is they have to like receive it and then they have to rate you and then you get your money.
It's not that bad though. I mean,
I don't like sending someone something and like waiting a week or 2 for them to be like, okay, yeah, it came in. Yes, I will finally rate you and give you your money.
They have 3 days after they received it. Yeah. Typically, that's like a week for me. Like I ship an item.
What happens if they don't rate you though?
You get automatically rated by Mercari, 5 stars.
Okay. I feel like it's priced right, but I don't know. We're learning a lot tonight. We are learning a lot tonight. So how many items would you say that you buy weekly to flip, and how many would you say you sell weekly?
Well, like I said, right now I've been more in a buying mode. It's been this month right now that I've actually been full time. I took my store from like 400 items to 800 items this month.
Okay.
So like that was a lot of work for me because I don't know if people realize how much work it is actually putting listings, taking pictures.
Taking pictures of 800 items and making a listing for each one, that's got to be a lot of work. That's like all day. Every day.
It can be.
And you probably do it all from your phone, right?
I do. I used to actually use a Canon, like a high-end camera, and it just got so time-consuming, constantly docking it to the computer. And I got to the point where I just said, you know what, I'm going to just get my phone, and I'm just going to take it from my phone, crop it, on my phone, and it saves me a whole lot more time now.
You just use the eBay app to post it? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what I do too. I don't sell a lot at this time, but I am taking notes. Okay. All right. There you go. Do you have a brick and mortar store? No, I think it's just online, right?
Yeah, it's so much cost effective. I mean, I get a lot of people that are local, and this, like when I put something on OfferUp, hey, can I come visit your store? I'm like, you're not coming to my house. I don't have a store,
Have you thought about
that much stuff?
An Instagram page?
I actually sold like a $2,000 figure off of Instagram recently.
On your own page?
On my own page.
So why don't you make your own like selling page or turn yours into a selling page?
I don't know if it seems like it's a lot of work. You
Okay.
know, it seems like it would be a lot of work. I mean, there is obviously a benefit to doing that because, you know, I just started noticing like this past year, or not, no, this past month, like Florida's being charged sales tax on stuff that you're buying, you know, online. So now like all the books and stuff that I was wanting to buy, like I'm actually getting taxed on it, and that kind of like puts a damper into like
It
what I
does.
want to buy.
It
I
does.
never had that problem. I buy a book, okay, $1,200, okay, $1,200. You know,
Never had. They just recently did that too. Like everyone is now being charged sales tax for everything. Like eBay used to never charge that, but it's just the way it is now. I'm wondering when that's going to happen to Amazon. When is Amazon going to start charging sales
well,
tax?
they do now. I get charged on certain items from Amazon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, oh yeah.
I'm surprised by that. I am surprised by that. So so you're going to start your own YouTube channel here pretty soon because you told me tonight you wanted to talk about how you were going to be doing your own YouTube channel. Is it going to be about buying and selling stuff, or is it just going to be about like, hey, look what I got? Or is it going to be
I think I would dedicate like, okay, this day I'm gonna do something comic book related, you know, whether it's like Thursday or whatever day, and they'll know like, hey, this is my day that I'm posting something comic book related. But I kind of wanted to just do like reselling, you know, information and stuff. But then I was also thinking that I could start a channel, and my concept was that I don't really like this book. I won this book from Karate Kevin. It's a beautiful book to win. Obviously,
sure.
it's nice. It's a signature series book, but it doesn't fit my personal collection. So I was thinking I could take this book, and with the money that I make from this book, I could buy stuff from garage sales and show you, hey, you know, I took this free book and turned it into X amount of dollars, and I want to turn this book into like an ASM 50 or, you know, some kind of grail book that I want that, you know, means more to me than this book, you know. I think that would be like a cool idea. And you follow me, you know, like I have a GoPro camera, you know, I could take you to garage sales, show you what I'm looking at. And just kind of like Star Trek. Yeah, exactly. I mean, this book, I don't know. I can't complain. It was free, and you know, it does have some value to it because it's a signature series book.
Kevin's a good dude.
Yes, absolutely.
Wow. I think that would be good because I feel like a lot of like those best videos are people just going around in garage sales, going in the antique stores, buying stuff that's worth way more than what they're paying. They're like, I see videos where like I went to this guy's garage sale and I bought everything.
Yes.
They show off everything they bought. Yep. And then it's kind of like a mix of like Storage Wars and like that barter show where it's like, I'm going to take this and I'm going to turn it into this by the end of the episode. And so I feel like people would like that. I feel like a lot of people would like that. There's a lot of channels like that. And it's honestly, there's a ton of comic book channels where we're just showing off what we got that week, or we got a grail. These are the hot comics for the week. Doing what you do, there's way less channels. There's still a lot, but there's way less than just a regular comic book channel. So that would be really, really good to do for sure.
Yeah, like I said, I've been wanting to do this for like almost like 2 years now, you know, but I think a lot of things that kind of scare me off is like just the editing and different things that you guys do. I mean, it's a lot of work what you guys do. It's no joke. I mean, I know that it takes creative thought into what you're gonna say and how you're gonna present, you know, your information, and just, you know, having new things to think about and do. It's not easy.
Essentially, that is what YouTube is. Look what I've spent my money on. And, you know, we all follow those people that spend the most money. You know what I mean? Like, if you think about it, like Reggie spends a lot of money. Very Gary spends a lot of money. Jim at Collectibles spends a lot of money. You know, we follow all of those people that spend a lot of money because most of us, we can't spend that much money. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a teacher. I can't be spending what Gary goes out and spends $5,000 on the collection. I can't do that. Like, I know.
I put myself in a situation where I can do that, and it didn't start like that overnight. You know, like
I can't spend $500 on a mystery box. I can't. So, but other people do, and it does really well on views, man. Like I said, I can't spend $5,000 on a collection because I know it's worth in the long run. Like, if he's buying for 5, it's probably worth 10 or 12. You know what I mean? Or even just 7 or 8. But like, I cannot do that. I just can't.
See, that's what using your stimulus money and different things that you save. I mean, it's wise. I mean, it's an investment. Let's be honest. If you put 5,000 and you can get 12, and maybe you get to keep a couple books for yourself. I mean, I think that's great. Like that's kind of like my mentality. When I buy like a collection of toys and stuff, I like to get something that I like. And really, I need to buy his collection. What does he have? What does Carlito have?
He has a lot of Deathstroke.
Okay.
He's got a lot of Crane. He's got a lot of statues. I don't know what else. He doesn't have. He's got a lot of Batman. Yeah, I would end up in a doghouse. But I don't know. I don't know what else is in there. He doesn't show it off that much. So I think
our significant others would respect us more if they could see what we're doing. Like if you showed your wife, hey, listen, I just spent $500 on this comic book, and then you show them later on, hey, I sold it for $1,000. Like I said, I appreciate the support I get from my wife. Like she kind of just lets me like handle the bills and everything, and I make sure that I'm not using money that is for the mortgage or for food or anything like that. I have my own money that I've saved after buying and selling and such. But anybody can get there. I mean, it's like you kind of just start small.
Claim Carlito's whiskey. Amazing. I have a fair amount of ASM. There you go.
I would love to have a full set of ASM.
Dude, okay, so I realized this just like a month or two ago, that like the amount of Power Rangers in my collection is cool for me, right? Like I love Power Rangers, but like if I needed to sell stuff quickly, move stuff quickly, it would not be easy because Power Rangers is a niche market. Like they are, okay, for instance, Batman, Superman, Spider-Man, average 100,000 copies per issue every month, okay? Power Ranger comic books average less than 30,000 per month. And then there's even less of those that like collect like action figures and all that. So like the market for the stuff that I have, if I needed to sell, specifically Power Rangers, would not be good. It would not be good. So I basically just need to hold on to all the Power Rangers and stop buying more.
If you had bought Megazords, that would be a different story.
I have one Megazord that I bought recently, but yeah, if I had one from when I was a kid, that would be a different story. You were right. Because those back then were probably like $30, and now they're probably like $300. So.
Oh yeah, they're expensive. Different, SPD, Wild.
Sure.
Yeah, all those different lines. I mean, the toys are just kind of amazing,
They are, and they've gotten better. Though I don't like the Hasbro ones. The new ones are not that good. But what was the name before Hasbro? I don't remember what they called them. Maybe Blue Hellion Comics can say what it is. I think Legacy. The Legacy Megazords were pretty good. My wife is an enabler. Nice. Good for you. Good for you. My CLZ collection is linked to my bio. Cool. I do not have CLZ. I should probably get that at some point. Yeah, well, I started collecting Batman issues 100 through current. I just recently said I was going to try to do that. That's a goal by the end of 2022, and I realized just like I started off hot. Bought a 232, bought Batman Death in the Family. I already had a bunch of Batman. I bought some more stuff, and I'm like, I just bought all this stuff, and I still have like 98% of the books to go, and it's just like, oh my gosh, it's going to be expensive.
It is.
It's going to be a lot of work and a lot of books. So I eventually I will get there, and then once I get 100 through current, then I'll start diving into less than 100, and I'll still get like a whole bunch of detective comics and all that stuff. So
you're focusing more on the keys first, right, versus the film?
I want to try to get the keys first because those are only going to go up in value. Well, the rest of them that are not, I can get at cons or other places for either cover or $1 or $2 books. So, yes, very, very funny. Mattel. Yeah. Oh, I think that was the first one. Very Gary, Jim, Comic Tom, please check my collection. Oh, hilarious. Very, very funny. Exactly. That's kind of how it feels like, honestly. That's how it feels like. I should get the CLZ app for sure. But I have a whole bunch of books that like I keep that are not PC books. So I wouldn't put those in there. But like PC, like non-PC, like I have 2 boxes of giveaway books, or whether it's just giveaways in general, or I'm trying to sell it, or they are Berkfam books. So I have a bunch of those, but I probably should, all the other stuff I should definitely put on my put on an app for sure. Whiskey is not for sale. Okay, we're coming to the end here. Do you want to show off some of your? I didn't know if you brought anything with you. Did you wanted to show off any of your favorite toys, books that you had in your collection? Oh, Bondi. That was it.
Yeah, like I said, this was something that means a lot to me growing up because it stayed with me, you know, all these years, passed down from, you know, like my stepdad.
That is cool. Was that like a 3.0, 4.0, or even higher?
I don't know. It's a low grade, but it still has the Marvel value stamp.
Well, there you go, man. That's good.
Yeah. And then, you know, like I said, this was the other book that, like I said, really means a lot because it stayed with me for so long.
That is a nice grade on that too. Very nice grade.
And I love Steranko art.
Mm.
You know, like I've got a bunch of Nick Fury books.
Mylar.
This is probably like one of my favorite Steranko covers. It's like a Salvador Dali look to it.
Pac-12, but it's not going to happen. We're going to get left in the dust, and it's going to suck. I'm going to be so mad for so long.
And I told you, like I actually remember, you know, picking these up in the back bins of you know, my comic book store back in the day. You know,
for sale? Not for sale.
But like I don't know if you can kind of like see. I bought like a collection of these things. I wasn't gonna buy them originally because I didn't really know the value of it, and ended up like after like maybe 100 of these like military figures, like I made my money back, and now I have like 200 I have to still go through, and you know, like on average, like these figures I can get like $40 to sometimes even $150 a figure, depending on, you know, like how rare the figure is and stuff. So I kind of like them. I have like maybe like 10 of them that I probably won't get rid of, you know, because they're just too cool with all the gear and stuff.
That is cool. Any Power Rangers?
And like I said, I have vintage figures. Like this is a pretty rare set. I think this is like a $900 set.
Oh my gosh.
In the original box.
Wow.
And it's like, you know, stuff like this you can find literally in garage sales. Like this figure is like a $250 figure with the accessory. And you might find it like in some kid's toy box, you know, or some parent whose kid is our age and, you know, they don't play with them anymore. It's just ridiculous, you know?
That is crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, like stuff that I'm trying to like collect, and you know, I'm trying to get like all the Tales to Astonish, Giant Man, Ant-Man keys. Like that's like a small goal that I'm trying to do on top of like collect ASM and all these other, you know, things.
I like it. What's the big Tales to Astonish book? What's the big one? I feel like I don't know Marvel very well, so don't make fun of me, anyone in the chat. But what's like the biggest Tales to Astonish book?
Are you talking about like for Ant-Man or just in general?
Just in general.
I have no idea.
Okay, I don't know if there's like a.
I think it's like 27 and 35 are like I think the two Ant-Man keys.
Okay. Nice. Well, we are approaching. We just.
Dad, I found a kitten. For real. No,
Cool.
I'm not kidding.
Okay.
And I found a cat. For real, I'm not kidding.
Okay. Well, give me a couple minutes. I'll be out there to take a look.
Well,
Have you found Zip
they're
yet?
off, but they might be back.
Have you found Zip?
But I found two cats. One looked like, for real.
I'm sorry.
Like Boomer.
That's okay. And Dan, I was thinking about showing you my Star Wars
Okay, I'll be out in a minute.
micro machines. I forgot to bring it, but I'll have to send you a picture on Instagram.
We are going to do a family hangout. We'll probably do it Wednesday night because I need to show off the Berk box for next month early so I can promote it on everything. So I feel like lately we've been doing hangouts for the Berk fam like every week or every other week. And it's been a lot of fun, honestly. Like the stream, it's a lot of fun to just hang out and talk for sure. Because there's a lot of people in there that may not be in the same chat or may not like always like are here all the time. But it's always cool when everyone gets to hang out and talk on camera or gets in a chat and whatnot. It's a lot of fun. So
yeah, it's definitely nice how, people look out for each other in the family. Like if you don't have this book or it's not at your store,
someone else gets it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's great.
It is great. It has been amazing. The Berk fam is amazing. Berk fam is amazing. Right now, I don't
join and become a channel member.
Everyone should. Everyone should. Pretty much everyone in here is a member. Like every single thing, green. Like everyone, they're all members. So that's awesome. That is awesome. I don't have someone ready for next week, so I'm going to put it in the Berk fam chat to see who wants to be on here. But as long as it's not Tyler, we're good to go, right? Never. Okay. So do you want to say anything else, like when you're starting your actual channel? Like when is it coming? All of that stuff before we get out of here?
Like I said, I'm not really sure just yet. Just stay tuned. I definitely want to get something going on. Whether it's some kind of sneak appearance on like Whack Comics or something.
Chip, what is up, dude? Change his profile pic again. Come on, Organ Wine. That's messed up. So it'll be soon then. You're gonna go on someone else's channel first, and then okay. You're gonna go on Whack Comics first, and then you'll start yours pretty soon.
No, like I said, I may do something like like funny, on their channel or something. Like submit something to them to put on their channel. But I want to get, like I said, my own thing going on.
Do it. Let's see here. I don't have a link to your page, so I'm gonna put a link to your Instagram. You have your page started yet?
Like I said, I think what's kind of stopping me is branding my channel. Okay. I don't want to just start something and then decide later on. I want to change it to this name. I don't know.
That's what I did.
I know. The same thing with Ryan. I know Ryan was a new guy, and then he's Cosmic Campfire, and
I haven't seen him in forever. I know he's been on vacation, but hopefully he's doing well. But yeah, no, I changed from Berk Nasty to Berk Family, and it's been amazing. I've been almost 2 years now since being Berk Family. So,
but it still shows Berk Nasty as your channel name.
I know. If you try to link it, it's
yep.
It'll say Berk Nasty. Yeah, I know. But Jonathan, I appreciate you coming on, man. We learned a lot about buying and selling. You didn't send me the link yet to your eBay page. What is the name of your eBay store?
Oh, like I said, that's something I need to change to, like as far as the brand.
Okay.
I think it's like right now you can find me. I think it's Maestra 101980.
Okay.
I think that's like my eBay store.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. Well, when you get it branded, let us know and we'll pump it up. Okay.
Awesome.
I'm almost ready. Okay, I'm almost ready. All right. Thank you to the channel members. In the family tier, we got Flash 6792, Collectibles Lounge, Adrian Panda, Hoarder Side, Nick's Kicks and Comics, Blue Hellion Comics, Cardboard Crazies, Small Town Collectibles, Legion of Comics, Warlord, Paul Rogers, Oregon Wime, Jonathan Michael, who was our guest tonight for episode 7 of Meet the Berkfam, Remiku Studios, Jade, Chip, Slotted Up 503, DJ Links, Austin LeMay, The Comic Book Poser, Actual Dracula, Tomato Cinema, and Kendrano Prince. Thank you guys so much for being in the family tier. They're entered to win the monthly Burke Box, which again is sponsored by the 616comics.com. And next month we'll feature comics from them, exclusives from them, and also a print from Austin LeMay, and also Venom #9. So if you are a friend tier or supporter tier, this is definitely the month to upgrade your membership. In the friend tier, we got New Guy, Adrian APM, Carlito Classico, and Dale of Suspense. A link to every single person's name that you see on the screen right here is in the description of every single one of my videos. Make sure you guys are subscribed to them. Make sure you're following them on IG and all of that. Like I said, thank you to the 616comics.com for being a channel sponsor and sponsoring a monthly Burke Box. Make sure you guys check out the 616comics.com for all of your exclusive variants and all of your comic book needs. Thank you also to the comic book _pressing on Instagram. If you ever need comic books pressed, make sure you head up Eric over at comic books _pressing on IG. And make sure you use my promo code BURK54 and you get free shipping back to you on your first order. Thanks to everyone for hanging out. We had a great time. And as always, yo cats, Cowabunga, and it's Morphin time.